It's the first Sunday of Advent and it's Year C. We've moved into now the Gospel of Luke for Year C. The first reading is from the prophet Jeremiah, and this is describing and feeling and understanding that there's going to be a great suffering here for the Jewish people, the deportation from their own land to another land under King Nebuchadnezzar. Great suffering, and amidst that extraordinary prediction of suffering and knowledge of that's about to take place, Jeremiah issues a great promise of hope. And we go to the Gospel of Luke, and Jesus is talking not so much about deportation, but he's talking about disastrous moments in our lives, the end of the world, yes, but also right throughout history, moments of great trauma and suffering. And he says, well, at that time, there'll be a special presence. The presence of Christ will come at us. It'll be great glory, an extraordinary prediction as well. And so the word that comes to mind here for the very first Sunday of Advent, and it really is this particular type of season, the word is hope. In the letter to the Hebrews, chapter 11, we have a fabulous definition of faith, and it links faith and hope together. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the conviction of things unseen. And then it goes on to describe all these people who have that type of faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the conviction of things unseen. So you see these three inner realities, these three interior realities, faith, and then hope and the promise. And so what we should ask ourselves, the question amidst suffering and then the promise that God comes to us with hope, what actually is hope? And hope is really simply placing our faith in the promises that God is going to make to us. It's a very simple way of looking at life, but it's true, of course. So faith is the substance of things hoped for, the conviction of things unseen. And so again, hope, what is hope? We're placing our faith in the promises that God makes to us. So if we want our hope to deepen, we've got to have a deepening of our faith. And as a matter of course, then our hope will then rise, because faith is the substance of things hoped for, a promise is being made to us, and when we place our faith in that promise, then hope begins to arise in the midst of all sorts of matters. The gospel finishes by Jesus saying, stand erect, be confident, because this is the great season of hope. So let's do that. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for the coming of Christ at the end of time. Yes, the first couple of weeks of Advent, then we're waiting for the glorious promise of the Christ child coming to us in just a few weeks' time. So again, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the conviction of things unseen. A happy and holy Advent to each one of you.